Ian Dutta won the pole for today's race. Michael Block on his outside. 4 of the 7 championship competitors have qualified inside the top 5, so everyone's going to be fighting hard. I think it's obvious that this championship is about to get a little bit heated as Ian Dutta down the straightaway, and probably the coolest camera angle I've ever seen. He leads him down. It's a long straightaway. Green flag in the air. Dutta with a good start. Block still hangs on the outside. Dylan Young also with a good start into the first corner. Jordan Smith, and then Dutta, Dylan Young, DJ Curtis. All of them already with a good start. Down the straightaway. Michael Block on the outside. He's got no help. Dutta, though, has got tons of help. He's got Dylan Young and a whole pack of cars shoving him down the straightaway. However, he's still not going. As Block on the outside, still somehow fighting back. The outside line rarely, if never works in Indianapolis. But Block actually makes it work. He sticks to the high side, and Block leads the first lap. Stephen Paul III charging hard. He started 9th. He's all the way up to 4th now, as he gets by Dutta on the outside. Pollard, who won here last season in dominating fashion, looking to do so again. He has not had as good of a season. He's got 2 wins, but I'm sure he would love to have a 3rd. As he's trying to come up on Jordan Davis, who also had a very good start, who is trying to get by Dylan Young, but you know Dylan Young's going to fight for this. He's got a championship to try and contend for, especially since the championship is in Chicago this season, Dylan Young's hometown. John Skabnicki off to a good start as well. Last time Skabnicki won was at this track a couple seasons ago, where he beat Noah Hart in a green-white checkered. And he's trying to see if he can get another run here. This has always been one of Skabnicki's best performing tracks. Here comes Zach Rogers flying underneath the inside. Skabnicki got a little bit loose there, and now he's dropping positions really quickly. Lots of chaos in the midfield. As, Stephanie Emery into Louviere. Well, he hit the lease and then knocked him into Louviere. And Seth Cole dies to Teja Navarro, and there goes Louviere into the catch fence. Hard crash into the catch fence goes Louviere, Navarro, Seth Cole. Hard crash. That was ugly. Louviere with an absolutely destroyed car. My goodness. Caution's out. Let's take a look at this again. Louviere gets a little bit, chooses the outside line. Then Stephanie Emery gets into Delise, who hits Louviere. Didn't have much of a choice. And then Seth Cole just comes barreling through into Navarro. And they just turned themselves straight into Louviere. And he went hard into the catch fence. A good pit stop by Zach Rogers puts him into the lead as he takes the green flag. Dylan Young with a good start. Here he comes already. The 2 car underneath to the inside. Dylan Young wasted no time. He did the Skabnicki Indianapolis start where he passed Noah Hart in turn 1 after a good start. And Rogers already being forced back. Clearly his car is not as good as the others. As Jacob Anthony now, out of nowhere, up inside the top 5. Dylan Young is the leader. Jordan Davis not too far behind. Jake Baskinger's got a huge run in the 84 car. Whoa, boy. Oh, contact with Mace. That almost ended up like Louviere's wreck. And that was close. Mace backs off. I think he realized how dumb a move that was, or else the spotter just didn't tell him something. Here comes the Now Family Racing Team car back down the inside. That is Alex Allen, one of the contenders for the championship. Whoa, Gallagher almost just wrecked him straight up right there. And whoa, Alex Allen. You know it's go time. He gives the bump to the 84, but Baskinger gets that stronger on the outside. Battle for second erupting. Anthony's all over Jordan Davis, who I think is probably 10 seconds from taking him out. Neither of these two are championship contention. Anthony's honestly just got nothing to lose since he's not going to be re-signed by CBM next season. So Anthony's just pushing as hard as he can to get what he can get out of this team. He's already have an offer from Stuttgart United Motors to come drive one of their cars for next season, a full-time ride. However, Anthony's actually been very quiet in what he is thinking of choosing for his drive. You also got to remember, Young Motorsports also has not chosen one of their drivers for next season, and there's Dylan Young, the team owner, right in front of him. So honestly, Dylan Young, who is possibly going to be scouting some drivers, and this is a good... And he's scouting him quite well because he's got Anthony all up in his mirror. As Anthony, we were about to cut away, but here comes Anthony, going to look for the lead on the inside. And Anthony to the lead. He takes it straight from Dylan Young. Vincent Allen just set the fastest lap of the race in the Zero car. Allen's had some of his best, well, Vincent Allen has had his best finishes at this track besides the win he got in Atlanta. This is one of his favorite tracks for good reasons. He won an American 700 here at the age of 15. And it's been kind of downhill ever since, depending on how you look at it overall. But he's had good finishes here before, and he's going to try and do so again. Looks for 3 wide. That's not smart. Backs off, but that Zero car is coming. It's a 3-car battle for the lead. Anthony, almost a 4-car battle, actually. As you got Jacob Anthony, Dylan Young, Jordan Davis, and Zach Rogers. Anthony's holding quite strong here. He's definitely looking for another win. That would be quite impressive for him. And honestly, I don't even think it's that. I think he's just here to impress Dylan Young, which I'm sure he is. But here comes the 2-car back on the inside looking for the lead. Anthony comes down, prevents the pass. All 3 of these guys have really strong cars, and it looks like they're very even with each other, as no one's been able to pull away yet. Alan Cavanero outside the top 20 at the moment, battling with Skabnicki, who has fallen off a little bit compared to how he started. Cavanero, he's got to gain some points on DJ Curtis. It's not going to have to take a lot for him to get by Curtis in points, as he's right behind him. This is for 22nd only. But Cavanero, he's still right next to DJ Curtis. All he has to pretty much do to beat DJ, to take the points of DJ Curtis, like to finish 1 or 2 positions ahead of him, as Cavanero would have the tiebreaker, as he has 2 wins this season compared to DJ's 1 that he got at Dubai not too long ago. This race is still very competitive, as Block challenging Sean Galligan. Vincent Allen helping out, it looks like, as he's charging his way forward as well. We got a long way to go, and everyone's pushing hard. There's not a lot of time to waste, to be honest. And Allen, wow, this is kind of risky. He's diving way hard to the inside. Block cuts him off. That was almost a dive bomb by Vincent Allen. I don't think he cares at this point. He has a ride for next season already at the same team, unsurprisingly. But now he's challenging Block. Nick Pericles breaks apart in the 45. And that has got to be annoying, because Pericles just came off a win earlier this weekend in the Elite Series race, where he won the Indy 250. And he didn't even last this long in this race. He's blown up. Deanna Shelton, Traffic Brosis. This is a battle outside the top 10. A lot of these guys are just going at it. Deanna Shelton, this is actually one of her best tracks as well. She's had some really good finishes here in Indianapolis. She's come close to winning a few times. And she's doing quite well despite the equipment, though she's actually kind of picked up the pace these last couple of races. It seems that this car is actually getting a tiny bit better slowly as the season goes on. And now it's kind of obvious, because now she's actually contending for points races. And Skylar Johnson has lost a cylinder. Welp. Skylar Johnson making her first Indianapolis start in the DuPont World Series of Racing, and it looks to me that she has lost a cylinder because she is struggling to even keep up with the slowest cars on the lead lap. Another guy that has been charging like the man in front of him is Chris Washer. He's actually been quite making some headway alongside Zachary Fitzwater. Team Discover Ohio, they have pretty much laid everything on the table for this weekend. They got a second place in the Indianapolis 250, and now they're trying to get both cars inside the top 5 here in the DuPont World Series of Racing. Team Discover Ohio is not going to be funding for DWSR teams next season. They are going to be exiting the team. So this is their final 2 races in the series, at least for now. We don't know when they're going to come back, but Washer tries to tap Vincent out of the way, but it's time for some pit stops. Dylan Young gets through pit lane and he blocks Davis, who was having a huge run. Dylan Young gets in front of Davis. Anthony still has to pit, so I guess we'll see where they end up. Anthony comes out of pit lane. He completes his stop. But where is Dylan Young and Jordan Davis? They're quite a ways behind. Anthony with an absolutely killer pit stop alongside Zach Rogers, both of them with absolutely amazing pit stops. But Young and Davis, they're going to charge hard now. They have to catch Anthony. Chris Washer was a huge loser on those pit stops as he's trying to shove by DeMax. Almost just blatantly wrecked him right there. Washer lost a ton of spots. He lost almost 10 spots on pit road, and now he's angry. Jordan Smith is in an odd situation here. A lot of the championship contenders are really in an odd situation right now. Ian Dutta and Jordan are 2 guys who are barely inside the top 20. Alan Cavanero and DJ Curtis, the top 2 in points, are way outside the top 20. So a lot of a lot of championship contenders are actually kind of struggling unless they are just taking it easy, as there's a lot of calamity of racing, as you can see. They might be just playing smart by laying off, but then you look at Dylan Young, who is all the way up battling for the lead. So a lot of interesting situations as we are actually coming to the halfway point. Davis caught Anthony kind of quickly as Anthony's about to lose the lead. Davis on the inside, going to make the pass. Dylan Young going to go with him. So Anthony falls down to 3rd. He gets more laps led. If there's a person who needs to get in the laps led, that's Alex Allen. He basically has to lead a lot of laps and win the race to even have a championship chance. And so far he has not done that. Neither has Dutta or Fibrosis, 3 other drivers who basically had to do the same thing. Check out the battle for 4th here. Vincent Allen and Zach Rogers. I'm not sure if AFRT gave the wrong Allen the best car for this weekend, or Vincent Allen himself is just hungrier. Because Zach Rogers, ooh boy, he's led some laps today actually, though that was by caution laps as he tried to get by this 0 car. You're looking at 2 guys who have been in the series for quite a while that haven't really had any championship contending seasons. Now both these 2 have rides for next season already. Rogers has been re-signed by MBR, and Vincent Allen has been, not surprisingly, re-signed by FRT. But I gotta say, these 2, when they're up in the front, they can possibly win races, but they've just struggled to get some consistent points finishes. Deanna Shelton now looking for making a move on Galligan. Oh, knock knock. Who's there? It's Deanna Shelton, and she's about to wreck anyone that's in front of her. Oh man. Yeah, she and Washer have been aggressively charging forward. That was for 9th place, and Shelton is just fighting forward along with Washer. They are tag teaming it looks like. So, the battle for the lead is between Jordan Davis and Dylan Young. Anthony's actually fallen off. Anthony's fallen out of this battle as Davis and Dylan Young, these 2 have been fighting each other for 2nd place for a while up to this point, but now they are battling for the lead. You're looking at two hungry guys. Jordan Davis going to be trying for SG Motorsports next season, which is quite the signing. And Dylan Young, who himself is trying to fight for a championship. If he could win this race, he could definitely put himself into it, especially since the top three are barely inside the top 25. DJ Curtis is actually down to 30th. We're not sure what's going on with that 19 car, but the Battle for the Lead still hangs on as Young trying to hang with the 8. Gio Arias blows up the 21 car, and that is some big trouble for him. He actually was off to a good start, but we saw him fall off a little bit as the race went on, and now the 20 car has blown up. Tough break. Hats off to Stephanie Emery. Despite being one of the causes of that first caution, she's actually been on pace. She's actually inside the top 15. But she is being double teamed by Glacier. Smith and Angel. Whoa, whoa! That was almost blatant. That was very blatant, actually. As Angel shoving Emery outside. Emery's not too happy. She's going to fight towards the outside. And Sanford's blowing up the 24. Another car has fallen apart. That's Charles Sanford. My goodness, we are having a lot of blown engines today. This string of 4 cars has been battling very intently for 9th place. As Shelton's starting to pull away from these two, from this 4-car group. Oh boy, yeah, Alex Allen, he's running out of time. He needs that lead now. He needs a caution. And the stronger cars, whoa, way to the outside, and pit stops, here we go again. Another round of pit stops, Michael Block. Jordan Davis with help from Nick Mace gets by Nick Mace. Yeah, okay, Young Motorsports, way to continue to confuse us, as that is the off the pace set call. God dang it. They're both down pit road though. Young, Davis, the top two. Who's going to come out of pit road first? Dylan Young. Man, what a pit stop by the 2-car team. And Davis is actually going to lose some ground to Dylan Young. That was one hell of a pit stop by the number 2 car. Usually they mess themselves up, but no, Dylan Young's team putting the tires and fuel in. That are very quick. That's one of the fastest pit stops of the day. Oh boy, oh, Smith into Dutta. He turns Dutta around, and this could be bad, and hard into the wall. Smith with a huge hit of steam turns Ian Dutta around. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but the caution is out. That's a huge twist right there. Dylan Young did not want to see that. On board with Alan Cavanera, we're going to see his view of this. See, Smith gets the run underneath Dutta, and it actually kind of looks like Smith may have gotten a tiny bit loose, but he didn't really try to be careful either. He just went into the 55. Looking at this again from Jourdain's point of view. See, Dutta goes wide, Smith goes low underneath him to try and pass him, and it just came together. You can't really blame Smith too much for that one. He saw a hole and he went for it. He just didn't be more careful. Here we go. 10 laps to go. Indianapolis carnage. Here we go. It's a tradition here every time we come here where there's a lot of carnage. And I have a feeling it's just begun. Dylan Young, what a start! He flew on that start. That might be jumped. Remember, they penalized Fibrosis and Matthew Fuller, who were in the championship hunt a couple seasons ago, for jumping the restart. But that didn't matter. Davis gets one heck of a turns 1 and 2, as he's already caught up to Dylan Young, who put 3 car lengths on him. Vincent Allen, who got 3rd. Thanks to pit stops, he's fighting his way forward. Davis underneath to the inside. It's about to get real now. It's been mainly 3 drivers battling for the lead this entire race, as Allen almost just wrecked himself as he comes down into 2nd. Davis still trying to hang on. The caution is out. Oh God, caution's out for debris, but it's not over. Michael Block hard into the wall and Emery into the wall. Emery and Block up and over. 2 cars flipping over. What the heck just happened? Debris caution, but let's take a look at this again. Stephanie Emery just goes hard into Block and then doesn't lay off the 29 at all and go hard lick into the wall. Stephanie Emery just not paying attention, just she was charging forward, but she did not care for Michael Block at all, and now she's ruined the top 15 finish for her. Let's look at this from Michael Block's perspective. I think he has a reason to be angry about this, because look at this. A hard tumble. And Michael Block, who had an absolutely fantastic day, he was running inside the top 15 this entire race long, and now it's a ruined race for him. Here we go. 5 laps to go. Next caution ends this race. Jordan, Davis, Vincent Allen, Dylan Young, Zach Rogers, Anthony, Shelton, even Washer as we come down to the green flag for the final time. Davis gets one heck of a start and goes right flying ahead of Vincent Allen, who didn't go at all. The scramble has begun. If we finish this race under green, I'll be surprised. Davis on the inside as Vincent Allen with his terrible start. Dylan Young trying not to fight past him. Davis, he wants to win this, trying to get a second win in the last 3 races. Down to the inside. Allen still hangs down in second. The 0 car on the charge. Deanna Shelton, where does she come from? She's up to 4th already. Shelton moves up to 4th. She's got some kind of charge in her. So does Chris Washer. Davis, Allen are all up there. Vincent can't get the run. Young now trying to come to the inside. Young to the inside, trying to get by Allen. Shelton trying to help. Shelton goes to the outside. She's going to try and draft with Vincent. Where will Rogers go? Will Rogers to the inside? Here comes Chris Washer. Team Discover Ohio with one heck of a run. Oh man, look at Washer. He's up to 4th. They shoved Shelton out of the race there, and now Washer with a huge head of steam on Dylan Young. Shoving him down the straightaway, trying to draft him, telling him to go, go, go. We're almost out of time. Davis can't pull away. Allen's coming towards her, and Washer into Dylan Young. Washer trying to get by the 2. I think he's lost all reason to care. It's on now. It's go time. Vincent does not have the speed to beat Davis, but maybe Dylan Young and maybe Chris Washer could. Almost to the white flag here. Young charging, trying to get up there. Washer got him loose. It's a fight from here. 2 laps to go. Davis trying to hold on, but Young, who has battled with him this entire race long, is not going to give up the fight. Washer, not too far. Back in 3rd, trying to get by the 2. Washer's got the speed to win this thing, I think. 1.5 laps to go. It's go time. You got to go now. Young is getting the run. Washer as he shoves him by. Washer now going for the overtake. He flies by Dylan Young on the inside. Young slides wide. Washer now off turn 4 to the white flag. Washer's almost out of time. He's got to go now. It's between him and Davis. No one else can catch him. Here comes Washer. Look at the head of steam he's got on the inside. Washer with a huge run. Davis comes down to block. Washer up to the 8 car. On his bumper. Will he make the same pass he did on Young before? Shelton now battling Young for 3rd. She wants a podium. Washer wants a win. Washer to the inside. Goes for it. Here we go. Watch to the inside. Davis comes down to block again. Off the final corner. Jordan Davis. Washer can't do it. Jordan Davis wins Indianapolis in a heart-stopping finish. Davis is a winner. And my God. Oh, no, 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 no. Fibrosis turns Zach Rogers after the checkered flag. Oh, Duncan. Johnson. DJ Curtis, one of the championship contenders. We've got calamity all over the place. We got more wrecking. Rapix, Nico Hall, and Michael Cavanero, and Ian Dutta all hard into the wall. We got more spinners. Rapix is wrecked up there. I think that might be Lamas in front of him. Lamas, Angel hard into him. Alan Cavanero, I think he might be involved. Huge calamity after the checkered flag. Flyby of this wreck. Oh my God, Rogers took that hit hard. And Angel there. That is just insane. The race is over. There's no reason you should be coming down to drivers like that. DJ Curtis, who somehow got 19th and unfortunately wrecks that car in the process. So does Skylar Johnson, Matt Duncan. And so much calamity. I don't know what the heck Rogers was thinking there. He just came down to the 9. As Curtis, he swung his way around, looking at look at all those marks. A lot of big crashes. Lamas involved. He had a rough day, and that just put the icing on the cake. Alan Cavanero loses ground to DJ Curtis in the points, and that just put this icing on the cake. And oh my God, Michael Cavanero and Dutta hard into the wall. And then more calamity with Rapix and Cody Lamas. A very frustrating ending, I'd say, from Sean Angel's point of view. Oh, hard. Oh my God. Oh, Lord. Rogers got hammered. Matt Duncan, Scott Johnson's absolutely destroyed the number 3 car. And see more calamity. Michael Cavanero and Dutta had their hard hit. I'm not sure the heck happened with Rapix and Lamas. Angel not paying attention. Lamas avoided every wreck up until this point, where he just drills Rapix. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Lamas had a bad day, but ow, ooh, and that's when Angel hit him. Not sure if that was intentional. Kind of looked like it. Well, it's called Indianapolis Carnage for a reason, and that was an absolutely horrible way to end this race. A huge big one after the checker flag. It's tons of cars, Rapix, Lamas, they fly by. And that definitely could have been prevented by Fibrosis and Zach Rogers. Well, we have a championship now to fight for. Guess we will find out who our championship competitors are. It's actually going to be quite curious. Didn't actually pay much attention to the championship today. I think there was just too much racing going on, and plus a lot of interesting moments. So, who is going to Chicago as a championship contender? Let's find out.